Welcome to the shooting show. This week we follow foxing supremo Mark Ripley engaging his nemesis on foot in adverse conditions. Plus we bring you all the latest news from the shooting world.
This is just a little small holding farm. It's not very big, but they've had some problems here with foxes taking guinea fowl. The farmer's got a few guinea fowl, and he did have a few chickens as well, and the foxes have just taken a lot, all bar about 4 of the guinea fowl now. And there's a lot of foxes on this ground. It's surrounded by houses, roads, a railway line on one side, so it's a good kind of habitat for foxes. There's plenty for them to feed on. So yeah, just an attempt to keep the numbers down. I'm going to try walking around with just a pair of shooting sticks and just having a scan around with a thermal and seeing what we can see, and hopefully get a shot on 1 or 2 foxes. Might also try putting a cooler out. I've got an electronic Fox Pro cooler we're going to put out in the field, and just see if we can draw 1 or 2 in with that. I'm using the Primo's trigger sticks at the moment, which they're not cheap, but they're a really good set of sticks, nice and quick to adjust and quiet. So I like those. Yeah, really good set of sticks. Using the Tikka T3 rifle in 223. We've got a MAE moderator on it, which works very well. And we're also using the Drone Pro night vision scope. It's the recent one that's just come out. It's Drone Pro 2. And I'll just be putting that through its paces a bit this evening. I've not had it all that long, but so far it's proved a really effective night scope. If we just get a little bit closer up to the gateway, we'll have a look. I literally just got out of the van, so I was pointing the scope down the corner of the field, test the IR with the camera, and straight away seen the fox disappearing into the next field through the gateway. So we've wandered down. Set ourselves up. We actually, as we went through the gateway, we bumped into a fox no more than about 5 yards away, and it ran back into the field. He was about 10 foot in front of me. He's just gone that way. If we walk down into the, see where his hedge is, we walk down to there and have a look. He might still be out in the field that way. Didn't seem to panic too much, and we had a look from the gateway, and we saw 2, probably about 100 yards away in the hedgerow, a pair pairing up.
Mark's night vision optics have given him an early chance, and he knows just what to do.
Gave him a little squeak off the back of the hand, and one of them came straight towards us. I think that was the Vixen, if I remember right. I shot that at about, probably no more than about 20-30 yards, I should think. It's pretty close. Hey! And let's give it another shot, because it was still just flipping around a little bit. It was pretty much down and out, but we put another one onto it just to make sure, and swung the scope round, and there was the other one had just come through the hedge and standing broadside on, probably about 60 yards out, I should think. So we managed to get the shot on that one as well. So we had 2 in the bag within minutes. So yeah, great result. This farm's particularly flat, and with houses and that not too far away, so you really do have to pick your shots. There are 1 or 2 areas where the ground kind of slopes away and you get a few natural backstops. So yeah, you just really need to be very careful of the directions you're shooting in and what have you. But the ground's very soft at the moment, which is good, and we're using ballistic tip bullet, which which helps too because that fragments quite well. So pretty much as soon as you hit something, it's coming apart. But obviously, backstop's #1 priority. It literally went over the stile into the next field. Probably walked about 50 yards, and we spotted another one coming down across the field. Again, just stopped broadside looking at us. We got up onto the sticks, got onto it. I think it actually started coming towards us because I think it picked up on the infrared light or the light from the camera and that, and it started showing a bit of interest in that coming towards us. And again, just dropped that. I think that was pretty close as well. That was probably about 60 yards as well, I should think. So yeah, that was a great start. I'm using deer hunter clothing. I'm quite a fan of that. We're using a rusky jacket because the weather's pretty cold at the moment and the winds just started picking up as well. Yeah, deer hunter trousers as well, again, served me well. Hat, yeah, deer hunt's good gear, I like it. We just carry on across the field, drop down. There's a very slight valley, which is normally a good spot for calling foxes in, and gives us a good backstop as well. So I like to put the cooler out there and see if we can draw something in with that. We was using the Fox Pro Spitfire, I think it is. It's the cheapest one in the range anyway, but yeah, it's just the cheapest cooler. And for a change, we was using the juvenile fox cubs, or the juvenile fox rally or something I think it's called on there. And it seems to work really well this time of the year, because although there's no cubs around, with the foxes pairing up and mating, it just seems to get their attention. So yeah, we managed to use that to good effect. The fourth one come in.
This one's on the ground cleanly as well. The night just keeps on getting better.
Then we called another one in after that, which we couldn't get onto. It came in downwind of us, and I think it picked up our scent, or perhaps us talking or something after the first one, or the third one we'd shot, fourth one, whichever one it was. I lose track, there's so many. So yeah, and that one just turned tail and ran, but that was probably the next one that we picked up over the hedge. It was, of course, a lot of grief because the hedge was quite tall. I could just see the fox over the top of the hedge, but the IR was kind of reflecting back off the top of the hedge, so it made it very difficult to see. I could just about pick the eyes up. If I moved the scope up, then in turn it lifted the IR and I could see the body of the fox moving around, but then as soon as I dropped it down to aim at the fox, all I could see was the eyes. So basically what I had to do, after a lot of manoeuvring around, we finally managed to sort of line up on the fox, and the fox actually started backing away a little bit across the field, and it was just enough for me to be able to see over the top, pick up on the IR, and then I just dropped it down enough and I could sort of picture in my head where the body was, and bang, dropped it. And I think that one was probably a wee bit further. That was probably about 80 yards, I should think, something like that. That fifth one took us up to 99 foxes for the year, so it was obvious that we weren't going to go home without another one in the bag. Yeah, so I thought it was a bit high up, a little bit further back than I wanted it, but done the job nonetheless.
All we need now is a final fox to provide a fitting sign-off to this last foxing outing of 2015. Time to find out whether we can hit Charlie for 6.
So yeah, we came back to the van, sort of regrouped a little bit, and then went over the other side of the farm. Again, we put the cooler out. We tried first off the screaming rabbit call. Didn't have any joy with that. Again, flicked back over to the juvenile foxes, and within a few minutes we had a large dog fox coming from the left out of the hedge. I think we paced that at about 90 yards, 95 yards. Again, just a side-on shot. And that's, yeah, that's a good-sized dog fox. Yeah, fox number 100. So yeah, I can end the year on a round number. Yeah, they all seem in good condition. Again, without the, well, they would be in good condition without the bullet holes. But yeah, all good sized foxes. 3 dog foxes, 3 vixens. All good coats on them, all a good size. So yeah, they seem to be doing very well. Yeah, the farmer is always pleased whenever we come back with a few foxes, and this farm seems particularly productive. Normally, well, it's very rare to have a blank night on this farm, so yeah, always good.
Mark there, bagging his vulpine half dozen. And now, it's the Shooting Show news.
This is the Shooting Show news. There's a new major DTL event on the calendar. The classic DTL comes to Bywell Shooting Ground on the 26th to the 28th of August. It's backed by industry giants like Parazzi and Clay Shooting Magazine, with guns and cash expected to figure on the prize list. Save the dates now and keep checking the Clay Shooting Magazine and website for details. Staying with clay shooting, the nation's favourite shooting ground has been announced. Sporting Targets in Bedfordshire topped the annual poll, with readers citing its challenging high tower, good targets and large clubhouse as reasons that it's the best. Southdown and Auchterhouse came second and third in the long-awaited census, which saw shooters up and down the country vote on their favourite ground. Southdown and Auchterhouse came second and third in the long-awaited census, which saw shooters up and down the country vote on their favourite ground. There's big news for gun dog enthusiasts from the UK Game Fair. Scurry Bandits has signed up to provide a unique series of dog scurries at the fair. This isn't the same scurry you'll see everywhere else. It takes advantage of the natural features available at Stoneleigh Park. And if ferreting's more your thing, you'll be able to see Pakefield ferrets at the show, with Simon Whitehead promising all sorts of demos and hands-on activities. Taking place at Stoneleigh this July, the UK Game Fair is the new flagship event for field sports in the UK, after the demise of the CLA Game Fair last year. Get your tickets now at ukgamefair.com. Leadshot is on the agenda once again, with MPs defending the use of leadshot in Commons. Conservative MP Rishi Sunak told politicians that the average consumer gets more lead from beer than they do from game meat, and all studies show that eating moderate quantities of game has no effect on blood levels. Charles Walker added that with lead present in many foods, there must be some level of tolerance or we would all be dropping down in the streets. And finally, the Welsh Government wants to remove the Greenland white-fronted goose from the quarry list, even though there's been a voluntary moratorium on shooting it for 40 years. In response to the move, Basque has warned against the dangers of over-regulation. Basque's Tim Russell said conservation relied on partnerships, not bans, and pointed to the overwhelming evidence that an alliance between wildfowlers and conservation bodies was already working. If you're a wildfowler, don't miss iShoot magazine every month. That was the Shooting Show news.
Well, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Please like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And if you're not a member of Basque, it's time to join now. Basque, looking after your sport, looking after you. This has been The Shooting Show.